guys, so now for this we're gonna start with guard. Okay, so the exam is divided from subject. Okay, so now it's gonna be the guard one. So the first, guys, this is the close guard. Okay, so when I have my legs around my opponent, so this is really strong position for me because I can use my legs and my arms at the same time to break his posture. Okay. So this is a movement not just with my arms but with my legs as well. So this is a really strong position. And from this kind of guard you can do a lot of stuff, guys. Okay? So now the basic one, okay, I'm gonna do the arm from here. So the first thing, guys, you have to keep your grips, okay, so both arms, okay, always start with your grips on. Your grip is the most important thing. Okay, in any kind of position, any kind of situation. So now I'm going to start with both grips on. Okay, I just take it off one, guys, but I still with another grip. Okay, so now I'm going to grab his elbow, pull across, and connect his elbow on my hip. So now if he try to escape his arm, guys, I have a really good situation here to lock his arm. Why? Because I will connect his elbow on my hip. Okay? So both grips on, I take it off just one, go to his elbow, okay? Think about the joint, guys. So always, everything you have to think about the joint. So I'm grabbing his elbow, I pull across, connect his elbow on my hip, okay? So now this hand you're going to support my grip. So I'm going to grab his shoulder. Now I'm going to open my guard to adjust to do my attack. So my foot on his hip. Now I will bring the other leg on the top of his shoulder. So now more I move my body, guys, more I lock him in this position. So now, if Rodrigo try to escape, it's going to be hard for him. Why? My leg, this leg here, it's locked his shoulder. Because if he try escape, guys, this is the way he has to try escape his arm. So if I control his arm here, connect on my hip. Now I open this leg and I put my foot on his hip and I lock his joint here. So he cannot escape, okay? So now I will bring the other leg on the top of his shoulder, push his face and pass. I cannot cross here, guys, because I will lose the pressure, okay? I just relax this leg on the top, over his neck, okay? Now, guys, pay attention. Thumb up, put my head on the floor, so now I have more leverage, and we're gonna use my hips now and step. Okay? So in the real situation, so again, here both grips on, grab, pull across, grab his shoulder. It's really important this grip, okay? Foot on his hip, bring the leg on the top, okay? Make the position really strong. Push his face, pass your leg over. Now you have the perfect position to submit him on armbar from guard. This is close one. And attacks from guard, guys. So this is the armbar, okay? The first one, the basic one. So close guard, leg around the guy, okay? So now, guys, I can use this position to break his posture all the time. So this is the close guard, really effective. Now, guys, I'm gonna do the armbar from here. So again, start with your grips on, okay, both grips. I just take it off one and I keep one grip on. Take it off one, go into his elbow, pull across, okay, and connect his elbow on your hip. Now I'm gonna grab his shoulder, and at the same time I'm gonna use my legs. So I open my guard, put my foot on his hip, I will bring the other leg on the top, so now I'm lock him. He cannot escape. I'm lock all his joints here, so his shoulder, he cannot escape his arm from here because I'm lock his shoulder. Okay, so now grab the other shoulder, push his face so you create enough space to pass your leg over his head. Okay, so now I have the perfect position. Thumb point to the ceiling. Okay, so now I grab his wrist, his arm. I put my head on the floor, so now I have enough leverage to break his arm. Okay, so again, the tails, both grip on, go into his elbow, pull across, connect his elbow on your hip, grab his shoulder, foot on his hip, bring your leg to the top, push his face, pass your leg, don't cross your leg here because you're gonna lose all the pressure. So it's important, relax your leg here on the top of, so more you relax your leg on the top of his neck, it's gonna be better and you make your position more precise. So now guys, grab his wrist, head on the floor so you have more leverage. Just lift your hips up and submit the guy. Os. Okay guys, so now Kimura guys. This position he tried to open my guard here guys. So the first reaction, he tried to use his elbow against my legs and he tried to put a lot of pressure to open my guard here. So what I have to do guys, so again I have to always keep my grips on. So now guys, I'm gonna use my legs and my arms to the same time guys. So I'm gonna bring him, I broke his posture and make him put his hands on the floor. Okay, so I'm here, I'm gonna do this. So I open his arm and at the same time I'm gonna use my leg to pull him towards me so I can make him to do this position. So as soon as he put his arm on the floor guys, I keep my grip on, or I grab his wrist. So now I'm gonna sit up. Okay, my arm goes through his arm and I grab my own wrist. So my arms go through his arm, I grab my own wrist. Now guys, I'm gonna lie down again, bring his wrist on the top of his head. I'm going angle, so he tap. So this is a kind of shoulder lock, okay? Plus a good lock here because I'm grab his wrist and my wrist. So now I just have to try connect his wrist on the top of his head. So I go this way. He's gonna tap. So again, from here, both grips on. Okay, I'm gonna use my legs to bring him towards me. So grips on, open, grab, keep the grip on his wrist. Now I'm gonna sit up. My arm go to his arm, grab my own wrist, lie down again, and for the submission. This was Kimura from guard. Os. Okay guys, so now one more attack from guard. Okay, so now I'm gonna choke him from this position. So I keep my grip, the same thing, grips on. Okay, so now guys, I'm gonna grab 4 fingers in. So I grab his collar, okay, as deep as I can guys. So I make my grip really strong here. So I connect the blade of my arm exactly beside on this area on his neck, okay? So I keep the grip on, grab his collar, okay? So now guys, as soon as I make this grip, now I'm gonna use this other hand doing the same thing, but now this arm goes under the other arm and I'm gonna make the same grip to the other side. Now what I have to do guys, I have to do this movement with my wrist. So for all the kind of chokes, guys, this movement with your wrists are really, really important, okay? So again, both grips on, I'm taking off just one. Always, guys, always you have to do this. So both grips on, just take it off one to start your attack. So I'm gonna use 4 fingers in, grab his collar, one side. So now the other 4 fingers, I'm gonna pass under the other arm, and I'm gonna make the same grip to the other side. Now, guys, what I have to do? I will bring him to me and use this movement with my wrist. So I'm gonna choke him like this. Okay, so again, here, take it off, go with your fingers as deep as you can. Okay, so now I'm gonna use the other one. Under, grab, pull him, and squeeze, doing this movement with your wrist. Os. Okay, guys, keep going the subject guard. Okay, so now my opponent, he tried to pass my guard, stand up. So I keep the grips on again, and he tried to pass my guard, stand up. So now, guys, I just will open my guard, grab his ankles, and now I'm gonna use my hips to push him and going to mount. So from here, grab his ankle, I slide my knees, my hips down. I'm gonna push him and pull his ankle at the same time. Going to the top. Okay, so I got the mount from here. So again, the same thing. I'm controlling his arms. He tried to pass my guard, stand up. I'm gonna open my guard, grab his ankle, pull and push at the same time, grab and going to mount. From guard, scissor sweep. So again, my legs around him, both grips on. I take it off just one arm so I can go to his collar and make this grip here. So now, guys, I'm gonna escape my hips to the side and connect my foot on his hip. So now it's like a cut the tree. So I'm gonna use this leg to do the movement and sweep him. So you pull him a little bit for me, use this leg to sweep him and finish on the top. Okay, so again, scissor sweep from here. I'm gonna just open one grip off, grab the collar, switch your base, connect your foot on his hip. Okay, so keep your grip on. So now I'm gonna pull him a little bit to me. So now I can sweep him with this leg. So I like cut the tree off. Going to the top and finish the position. You guys can, from here, you guys can do the armbar. If you do this, you'll be fine. Os. So now, guys, pass the guard, okay? So now Rodrigo, he has the same situation I had before, okay? So now, guys, some advice in this position. So the first thing, the guy from the bottom, he will try all the time break my posture. So he's gonna use his arm and his legs against myself all the time. So he'll try to make me do this kind of position. So how I can avoid the situation, guys? So the first thing, I have to always keep my elbows in. I cannot open my elbows because if I open my elbows, I give to him enough space so he can start attacking me. So all his attack will come from the underhooks, this space under my armpit. Okay, so I have to avoid this. How I can protect this against this attack? I will keep my elbows in, and I grab. If he has a gi, guys, I can grab his pants here and put pressure against his back. But let's think about the joint. Forget about the gi, guys. So now I'm gonna grab just his hip. I'm gonna grab his hips here. So now I put my elbows, I keep my elbows in. So when he tried to break my posture, I'm really strong here. But if I open my elbows a little bit, he can break my posture. So this is not good position. So I always try to keep my elbows in. Okay, so now guys, how can I open his guard from here? So he'll try, keep his grip on, so he'll try to always attack me here. So what I have to do, guys, I will bring one knee to his butt, and now guys, I open a little bit. So keep your close. Okay, so now guys, I change my center of gravity. So now my center of gravity is exactly on the middle of him. So now guys, when I put my knee on his butt and I open my base, now my center of gravity, guys, it's here. So now I'm gonna put pressure on his knee. Oh, look how he opened his guard. Okay, so as soon as I open his legs, guys, his guard, I'm gonna put my leg on the top of his leg. So now I can start to lock his hip. Now what I have to do, this arm, guys, goes under his neck, and at the same time I'm gonna sweep my hips. So I open my base, and now look at this detail. So I keep my foot lock his joint, his knee, okay, and my knee, it's lock his hip. So this is another important detail in this position. So now guys, to the pass the guard, I will replace this knee with my hand. So I lock his hip, so now I can go to the side control and pass his guard 100%. Okay, so again, pass the guard. So you have to keep your posture here, control your elbows, guys. So more you can keep your elbows in, you'll be better in any kind of situation in Jiu Jitsu, in grappling. So more you can try to keep your elbows always in. Don't let the guy grab under your arms. So don't let him do any kind of attack under your armpit. Okay? So here, elbows in, knee on his butt. Now I open and I change my center of gravity. So now already he start opening his guard. Okay, so elbows in. Okay, I'm gonna put my leg on the top of his leg, so I'm locking his hip. Now my arm goes under his neck. I'm gonna sweep my base really wide. So now I just will replace with my hand, my knee, and pass his guard. So now already I passed his guard. Now I'm in side control. So side control, guys, is all about this part. His hip and his neck, this joint. Okay, so now guys, my attack from here. Now I'm trying to go to mount. So what I can do from here, guys? So the basic stuff, guys, from here, it's knee right. So when I put my knee on his back, so now I have a really strong position here. I can control him, and from here, guys, I can go to mount. How? So he'll try to push my knee here. I'm gonna do the underhook. And at the same time, I will slide my knee to the other side. And I'm going to get the mount. Okay, so really simple transition, guys. So from here, I'm do the side control. I'm gonna put knee right. He'll try to push my knee, but I make the underhook here to block his action. So now I keep slide my knee inside until get the mount. So this is the situation. So you just have to slide. You cannot try, guys, to do this. So from here, try to pass your leg. Yeah, or he'll block with his leg. Or if you feel my leg on the top, he's gonna make the half guard. So this is not a good position for me. So what I have to do from here? So I'm gonna pass my knee to this space, to the other side, okay? So side control, knee right. He'll try, instinctively he'll try push my knee here. I'm gonna block with the underhook, so I put my arm inside, okay, and make a big circle here, guys, so you can block his attack. Slide your knee to the other side and get the mount. Os. Okay, guys, so guys, just pay attention. Everything has a reason, a sequence. So I was doing before everything from guard. Now we reverse the situation. Now I'm on the top. So I passed his guard. I went to mount. So now I'm gonna start some attacks from mount. So from here, the first attack, the basic attack. So he'll try to defend his neck. So this is the defense, the normal defense he'll try to do against my attack. So he'll try to defend his neck here. So it doesn't matter if he cross or if he put his arm just here to defend against the choke. Doesn't matter. Okay, I just have to grab his wrist, and now I'm going to push his elbow to the same time. But guys, I connect and I'm not just using my arms here. I'm gonna connect all my body so I can put all my weight against his arm. So wrist, elbow. Okay. So now I'm gonna slide on my elbow on his face and push down. My elbow is gonna lock his head so he cannot see what I try to do here, guys. Okay. So now my arm goes to under his arm and I grab my own wrist. So now I'm gonna submit him with Americano. So again, Rodrigo will try to do the defense. So I'm grabbing his wrist and elbow. Okay, now I put all the pressure down until connect my elbow on his beside of his face. So now I just have to pass this arm under his arm and grab my own wrist. So now I create the leverage here, guys, to submit him. Simple position. So this Americana from out. Okay? So now, guys, I'm gonna do I put all the positions together in just one piece. So I'm gonna pass his guard, get the side control, make the transition knee right, go to mount and submit him with Americano. So I'm here, elbows in, gonna open his guard, pass, switch my hips, get the side control. Now knee right, slide up. To get this position, mount, Americano. Under. Okay, guys, so now one more attack from mount. Now the Ezekiel. The only position you are allowed to use to grab inside of your sleeve to try to choke your opponent. So this is the only position you are allowed, because you are not allowed to do this kind of grip, guys. You cannot put your fingers inside the sleeves. Why? Because this is really dangerous. Because if the guy pull really strong, he's gonna break all your fingers. So never grab, never put your fingers inside of the sleeves, okay? But for this kind of choke, this is the only situation you are allowed to do this. So I'm gonna use my sleeve to choke my opponent. So my arm goes under his neck, okay? So now I'm gonna grab you inside of my sleeve, and I'm gonna use my hand like a snake. So my hand goes around his chin, go to the other side. So now guys, I have to just straighten my arm and his step. Okay? So again, arm under his neck, grab inside of the sleeve. Now I'm gonna use my hand like a snake, so my hand goes around his chin, grab it, choke him. This is the Ezekiel choke. Boss, show you guys how you can escape when someone got the mount. Okay, so guys, we do this exercise for warm up every single day. So this is really important movement for Jiu Jitsu. So when you escape your hips to the side. So this is a movement really important. When you fight, you have to use this movement a lot. Okay? So now you got the mount. So how I can escape from this situation, guys? So the first thing, elbows in. I protect my neck against the choke. So all this position, always this position here with my arms, so no gaps. And now guys, I start putting my body in angle, so I can use my elbow to create enough space so I can do the hip escape. So look, my elbows go to the side, and I start push his leg. So now I can create enough space to escape my leg. So one, to the other side, the same thing. So the same thing. I'm going to change, escape, and reestablish my guard. Okay? So again, if I got mount, okay, the first thing I try, don't keep your back flat on the floor. This is the worst place to be. You have to always try to adjust your body in angle, okay? So now I'm escape, I'm using my elbow to create a space, escape. So now I create enough space to escape one leg. Now I'm gonna do to the other side. So the same thing, coloca o teu joelho no chão. So now the same thing, escape and reestablish my guard. Or I can go to the close guard, or from here I can make the spider guard. Os. Single leg. So single leg first. Okay guys, cool? Yeah. So now guys, single leg. So make your posture, okay? Don't stay too much stand up, or don't bend so much your back. You have to get a good position here so you can feel strong and comfortable at the same time. So from here guys, be careful, don't make your grip in this situation because it is gonna be wrist lock. Okay, so I always like to grab it higher so I can control his shoulder as well. So I always gonna give some like a punch on his shoulder, so I always try to break his balance, his posture here. So okay guys, so from here, one grip, the second grip, or make this kind of grip. So use this, just the 3 fingers, so you can climb on his lapel. Okay? So now guys, from this position, okay, I'm gonna open space for my head. Now I'm gonna drop my knee between his legs, and I'm gonna grab his knee behind his knee. So my attack, guys, coming from here, I'll take it off this grip, and I'm gonna grab it behind his knee. I connect my head on his hip, and now I'm gonna use this leg, the outside leg, to hold him and put him down. Okay, so now I can climb and go to pass his guard. Okay, so again, single leg. So from here, guys, okay, I'm gonna drop my knee between his legs, and I grab up behind his knee. So now guys, I just have to hook and put him down. So I keep my grip on, I can pass this arm to the other arm. Okay, now climb her and pass this guy. Now the baiana, guys. So when I don't have any kind of grip, guys, and I have a distance, so I want to cut this distance and attack his both legs. So we call in Portuguese the baiana. Okay. So from here, guys, I do the same thing. So I drop my knees, grab behind his knee. So here, this way. So I'm gonna grab behind his knees, and now my head here will help me to bring him to the other way. So this is the baiana double leg. So again, from here, short distance, I'm gonna attack his leg, the same position. Now I'm gonna lift him a little bit, put him on the floor, and pass his guard. So this is the baiana double leg. Bus. Headlock. No, headlock here. Okay, guys. So this position, the first reaction, he's gonna punch my face here. So my arm goes behind and I grab his bicep. So now if he try to punch my face, so he cannot. This is a really common position on the street. So the guy tried to headlock and punch my face. So what I have to do from here, guys, really simple. Grab his wrist, okay? So now this arm will come behind his back, and now I'm gonna grab under his nose, guys, and I start to put pressure. Control him, knee right. So now I'm gonna finish with them. Okay, so again, he got me on the headlock. So the first reaction, block the punch. Now this arm goes behind his neck and grab under his nose. So I'm gonna put pressure. Control his chin here. Knee right. Now I just have to pass my leg and control him on under. Over my arms. So this is the position. So the first reaction here, guys, I will escape my shoulders, okay? So I'm gonna go down and escape my shoulder here. So now I step behind his legs. I will grab his legs up. Put him down, knee right again, control his chin. Now I can finish with number the same thing. Okay, so again. He's gonna attack me from the back. Okay, so what I have to do? Here, knee right, pass your leg, down. So now, guys, I'm gonna use this movement here with my foot. So I make like a big circle, and I will hook inside of his leg. So I'm here. Make my grips, okay? So now, guys, what I have to do? So I make this big circle, guys. Now my leg goes inside of his leg, and I'm gonna hook and put him down and pass his guard. Okay, so again. Here, control me, okay? So now I'm gonna do the attack. So from here, pass his guard. I forgot the position now.